Monday. I hope you have been able to them. So let's take a look at a couple of things in this update. Number one, we're going to talk about what we can expect here, as well as some showers streets here in the late November time. And going through the week of Thanksgiving and tornadoes. We don't have a chance at some unsettled weather. In fact, there's a good old-fashioned chance of some severe weather, severe thunderstorms, even some tornadoes in the deep south today. I'll give you the latest on that as we look ahead. What we're expecting. Let's get started with a look at that weather right now. We're watching Hutch's weather.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with media.
Let's start by taking a look at what we have going on locally. Once again, if you drop some comments, I'll keep my eyes on those as they come. Let me know if you have a specific question. I'd be happy to try to address those as we head into our Monday. Good to have you. That's good to have you. The sound is bad. Oh, let's see if I can fix that. Thank you so much. Let's see. How is that? Let me know if there was some improvement there. I am not able to check the quality of the audio. I'll have to double check it. And if there's a problem, I may have to go with the other mic. So let me know. I do have a couple. Thanks for that, Dustbusters, letting me know the sound is bad. If there's improvement, please let me know. All right. Thank you so much. Let me see. I'll just drop a note here. Let me know if the sound is better. Okay, check, 1, 2, 3. Sorry about the technical glitches here. Good now. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to know. Good to know. Well, let's get started with our forecast here first and foremost, and we'll take a look at our radar. I have that pulled up here in the corner. Let me pull that up for you as we go into our area of concern first and foremost. And we just have a few sprinkles left. I'll put the radar up so you can see it now that I've got it positioned. Number one, here's what we have. A few spotty sprinkles in the area. They're drifting through as we take a look at the last hour or so. We see that they're slowly moving through parts of southern Minnesota. So from Wilmer to areas south of Minneapolis, that's where we have some green on the radar, and a little bit out here in the eastern third of North Dakota, but nothing too heavy heading into our midday hours. So that's a look at the radar. Now let's talk about our forecast, shall we? Our temperatures right now are spectacular. I'll drop those up here on the display for you so you can take a peek at those in real time. Here we go. Check out these temperature readings across the area. I got to switch the radar for that so that it'll pop it up there. There we go. Okay, in our area, we have 52 degrees out there near Cooperstown, Carrington at 50 degrees as well, 48 here in the FM area, and Grand Forks also at 48 degrees. So pretty uniform temperatures. How about a 55 way up here in Cavalier as we enjoy some incredibly mild November weather. All right, let's take a look now at what we have going on with regards to our forecast for today. Temperatures are already in the 50s. Let's take a look at Hutch's 7-day planner. And for that, we'll pull up this screen for you. And basically, we're looking at that 40% chance of rain. That means 40% of the area will have measurable precipitation. Our temperature here in Fargo and around the region will be in the low 50s today. And this will be the warmest day, as you can see, of the next 7. In our area, as we head into the nighttime hours, we will have some cooler air piling in from the north overnight. We're talking about lows near 20. That could lead to an isolated flake. Nothing significant for travelers. Temperatures across our area will be in the 30s all the way through midweek. And on Thanksgiving Day, we get into a cool, you could say, as temperatures will be sliding southward into those teens and 20s for the period. That lasts all the way until Saturday afternoon, as we'll be a little bit milder and in the 30s. Notice our average temperature is around 35 degrees throughout the period, so that's going to have temperatures that'll be below average a couple of days for the holiday. But as far as travel goes here in our area, I have very few concerns for that, and that means be prepared for cold weather on the holiday itself and your return home. There could be some inclement weather making its way through the Central Plains. And for the latest on that, today and tomorrow bring a risk for some pretty strong to severe weather across the nation. So let's take a peek at the satellite imagery across the area. This is a great way to show you that. And this is a visible satellite image, and it's of the northern plains. You can see all of Minnesota here covered in clouds, as is most of eastern parts of the Dakotas and all of Nebraska and the Central Plains. That's where this storm system is really intensifying. The clouds are getting thick, and you can actually see the counterclockwise circulation working its way through parts of Kansas and Missouri as we speak, as we get prepared there for some severe weather. Notice a nice clearing line towards drier weather and indeed cooler weather out in the western part of the Dakotas. Will be heading our way behind this next batch of clouds. So that's our satellite view. Let's take a look at the national satellite view. Actually, let's go northern hemisphere on this. Okay, here we go. As we look at here, this is from a large satellite called the full disk goes east, and we can see all of the east coast or eastern half of the United States into Central and South America. And we can see the larger wave pattern. You can also see the neat shadow here and how the darkness or the shadow really never becomes lit up near the North Pole as we dive closer towards the winter solstice. That's coming up here, folks. But as we take a look during the daylight hours, we have that big system impacting the central part of the nation, particularly the deep south tonight. And I'm setting up the radar now to take a look at what we have going on there. For that, I want to point out that we have a risk of some mighty strong to severe weather in the deep south, where for that, we'll take you back to Hutch's radar here and take a peek at that for you. And again, this radar is now plotting not only some data and information, but the color plots that you see are the Storm Prediction Center's areas of risk for severe weather. So any travel today, this afternoon into tonight, basically from areas of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, south into central Louisiana, we have this colored circle here. This is enhanced risk of severe weather. That enhanced risk of severe weather is basically a result of the storm system that we saw showing up there moments ago. So that weather will be continuing its way through the area. Let me go ahead and pull up a different radar a little bit farther down in the south. And you can see that there's actually some storminess starting to work its way in to the deep south on the western edges of where we have the risk for severe, particularly out there near Texarkana and moving in towards the southern reaches of Arkansas right now. So the storms are firing in the area. And we do have temperatures as warm as the 80s near Alexandria, Louisiana. As we look down in towards New Orleans, it's 82 degrees there. So this area is where the inclement weather is expected to occur today. And we do have some windy weather around it. Now, this storm system will very quickly work its way off to the east. And as it does so, we expect it to skedaddle very quickly, with its chance of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow being more in the southeast and central Atlantic states. So that's where the weather will be most impacted as we go from our day today on Monday and into the future. So that's a look at our weather. That's a look at weather for travelers. The weather on Thanksgiving Day itself looks pretty quiet for the majority of the nation. There will be a chance to see some strong weather on the return home in the Rocky Mountains. So hopefully that gets you covered. I will check and see if I have a couple questions on board here and make sure that we're taking care of you on Hutch's Weather and your questions that you may have. Hey, happy Thanksgiving week to you, Ryan, and yours as well. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm trying to get everyone used to the lives here on YouTube. Let me know if you got a notification on this too. What's one of the two-way communications? I'd like to know how well your notification worked. On YouTube, when you go to the Hutch's page, for instance, you can hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and when you do that, you get an opportunity to see, there'll be a little bell, a dingle bell there, and if you click on that dingle bell and highlight it, that means you want notifications from Hutch's page, and that means wherever you are, whatever device you're on, you're going to get a notification that I'm going live when that happens. So I'll see if I can put up an example of that here. Looking from the outside. Let me see if I can go to one of these pages. YouTube. Pardon me while I think aloud here. Sometimes that's difficult on a Monday for Hutch. But hey, how about that football game last night? It was a close one, and it was exciting right through to the end. So a lot of fun there. So what you do on YouTube is you search for Hutch's Weather, and I'll pull this up in the monitor over on the side here. Okay, let's see. Let's go with this one. Here we go. Okay, so when you do a search for Hutch's Weather, you're going to see my page, Hutch's Weather, today's forecast. Let's see if we could go right to the page here. It's talking about my lives here. Let me just go to the first one. Okay, so this might take me to the live. or not. Oh, there it is, Hutch's Weather. So when you see Hutch's Weather, there's a subscribe button. When you hit that, there will be a little bell next to it, and that bell will give you updates in and let you know when I'm going live. And I really like that on YouTube. It's a step above what some of the other social media platforms do have, because I believe YouTube will send out the notification to all subscribers and not just a handpicked few. So keep that in mind if you don't mind. I appreciate how many of you have taken the time to follow me over here on the YouTube channel. And that is a look at our weather. We will have updates throughout the day. More model information is coming in for that Thanksgiving Day forecast, where the Rocky Mountains will see a second wave of storms developing in the northern and central Rockies, and that pushes out into the plains, bringing another chance for some strong storms for some, and another chance for some inclement windy and possibly snowy weather for others. It certainly looks colder on our extended forecast, and that's what I'll leave you with as I sign off on this version of Hutch's Weather live right here on YouTube. Thanks for following my channel. Have a wonderful Monday and start to your holiday week. A lot to be thankful for, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you for following me. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. That is a look at your current local weather and a